Today's channeled tarot reading is going to be channeling the energy of this missing child, Elijah Vue. So Elijah was last seen on February 20th at the residence of Jesse Vang. This Jesse Vang person claims that he fell asleep in the morning and took a nap. And by the time he woke up, Elijah was gone. And so that is when he called 911. So now Jesse Vang and the mother, Katrina Baur, were both arrested on child neglect charges. Now, there is a search that has been taking place for Elijah Vue. They've been searching the neighborhoods, the rural areas, around Two Rivers, Wisconsin, which is where this child went missing from. So, since February 20th, allegedly, is the date that he went missing, Elijah has still not been found. So, of course, I decided that it's time to see if we can channel the energy of Elijah Vue so we can find out what happened to you, Elijah. Hopefully, he's found. So, if you are watching this video right now, please be sure to take a moment to pray that they find Elijah Vue. Hopefully alive. We don't know if he is alive or not at this point. So now, I just ask that the highest vibrations of light and love connect to my highest self and release all previous programming and unwanted energies. And now, I'm going to light this candle in honor of the energy of Elijah Vue. And as long as this candle remains lit, I will be a channel for his energy to come through so that he can tell his story and let us know what really happened to him. All right, Elijah Vue. Thank you for being here with us. I'm going to start by pulling 3 cards from the Murder Mystery deck. And I'm going to shuffle the deck 3 times, cut the deck, draw 1 card, and then shuffle again for each card. Killer may have an item belonging to the victim. We could also say the kidnapper, since we don't know if Elijah is alive or not at this point. All right. A friend knows something. All right, one more, you guys. Victim had a history with the killer. This is kind of what I suspected, each and every one. So the killer may have an item belonging to the victim, as well as the victim had a history with the killer. And I think all of those things can be true, because I believe whoever took or made Elijah disappear is likely someone who is in his life. because it happened in a very short span of time while this caretaker was allegedly sleeping. And then we also have a friend knows something. And if you know anything about this case, it is true that Jesse Vang was the one who was taking care of Elijah at the time of his disappearance. But the reason Jesse Vang was the one taking care of Elijah is because Elijah's own mother, Katrina, is the one who brought this small child, I believe 3 years old, to Jesse Vang's house so that Jesse Vang could put him through somewhat of a boot camp style of discipline and teach this child how to be a man. So a friend knows something. Well, I do believe that the mother and her friend Jesse Vang, her boyfriend or friend, definitely both know something about what happened to Elijah Vue. That's my opinion at this point in the investigation. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and shuffle the Rider-Waite deck 3 times. I'll cut the deck and then just draw 3 cards right off the deck. And Elijah, we just want to know, what was the energy leading up to your disappearance? There was definitely some form of teamwork involved here. All right. I believe that there was a decision that had to be made based on something that took place with the authority, the male authority figure here. So something happened. Something was a form of teamwork involved here. Okay. And I feel like the mother had some kind of choice to make regarding something that the authoritarian male figure had done or said to the child or to the mother. Okay, now I'm going to shuffle the Deviant Moon tarot deck. And I just want to get a little clarity on this energy leading up to Elijah Vue's disappearance. Okay, so first one is, we have the 9 of Pentacles. Right off the bat, the energy that I'm getting is just that there's this little angel kind of chained to her, right? So I do feel like there was some kind of planning involved here with the 9 of Pentacles. Something taking place with this little baby that was kind of like planned, and there was some kind of something involved. Let's see. Then we have Justice. And we have the 3 of Swords. The 3 of Swords came out reversed. I feel like some kind of plan was taking place to, as a form of justice. I mean, think about it. The child was in some kind of boot camp to learn to be a man, because he wasn't acting right or something. So this whole ordeal, like the fact that Elijah was even in the care of Jesse Vang, is all due to the fact that they were trying to get a hold of his, I don't know what you do to a 3-year-old to make them learn discipline like that. But the 3 of Swords is reversed because I feel like there was no sense of compassion towards Elijah in this situation. This thing that was pretty much like planned out in some way, and something that was taking place over a period of time. Because the 9 of Pentacles is also about like something that grows over a period of time, right? Like the completion stage of something that was taking place. I also noticed that the moon figure on this card is also wearing a mask. So, I don't know. In some way, it's like, I feel like with her child, the mother was pushing Elijah onto someone else as a form of punishment and possibly as a form of trying to get something she wanted out of this person, possibly in a weird, twisted way, is also kind of what I'm picking up. But the way that they were trying to hide from justice in this situation possibly was just due to this lack of care for this actual child, Elijah. So sorry, Elijah. Okay. Now we're going to just move on to the crime deck. And Elijah, tell us more. What happened to you and where are you? Okay, well, we got River, Explosive. We also got Fired and Death Hoax. I don't know why we got these two. Let me think of it for a moment. Look at these for a moment. I have a feeling that it's going to come out that Elijah is somewhere in nature, like near maybe a river or water. Now, with Death Hoax next to Fired, I don't think that this means that it was a death hoax. I think what this means is it's possible that something happened in this weird boot camp experience that caused something to happen to Elijah. And therefore, I guess Jesse Vang was fired from his job to discipline this child. So let's see what else we get here. I have 3 different piles of these cards here, so I'm going to kind of go through each one. Yeah, so we have the male figure, Jesse Vang, is what I'm assuming that card represents. Fake news propaganda. So the male is giving fake news in some way, whether it has to do with the timeline, like he went missing on February 20th itself, or whether it's like, oh, I took a nap, and when I woke up, he was gone. Oh my God. I don't know what happened while I was napping in the middle of the morning, by the way. Like, do you guys nap in the middle of the morning when you just woke up? I don't know. Okay, so what else? Then we have the love card. Didn't I say something about the mom wanting to get something out of this Jesse character for herself? Whoa. Well, Sixth Sense popped up, but it's with a whole stack, so I'm putting these ones back. All right. Is there anything else you want from this pile to tell us about this love card? Yeah. So to tell us about the love card, we got inside job. So I do feel like in some way it's possible that both the mother of Elijah as well as Jesse Vang were involved in some kind of inside job here. Some kind of cover up. Yeah. We got market manipulation and law enforcement. So it's like, oh, and we got family dynasty. I don't know much about the family here, about Elijah's family, but it'd be interesting to find out if weird stuff has happened before as far as children. But with the market manipulation next to the law enforcement, I feel like this inside job, they're definitely trying to manipulate the story that law enforcement is following regarding this. But what they should be looking at is the people closest to Elijah Vue, which I think that they are, because they've already been arrested for child neglect. So taken off the streets. All right, what else do you want to tell us? That was the vampire card. We got vampire and hollow earth. So I definitely feel like in some way, this is reminding me of that 3 of swords that was reversed. I feel like the vampire card is like, it's almost like they were taking this energy from poor Elijah. In some way, these people, or this man, Jesse Vang, was getting energy in a weird, sick, twisted way by taking it from Elijah through this abuse. And then that comes with the Hollow Earth card, because all of this was kept undercovered. All of this was kept beneath the surface. This isn't something that they probably, this isn't something that they probably even recognize. The fact that they're getting energy from the abuse of this child, but it's because they're being like a vampire, taking the life from one to feed their own energy source. These people are so twisted. We got weird science. Yeah, weird science and caregiver. So what I get from these 2 cards coming out together is that Elijah's trying to say that they did a lot of weird stuff to him, like in order to discipline him or to be his caregiver. I feel like they didn't feed him properly. I feel like he was abused mentally, emotionally, as well as physically. And I feel like they would withhold things like food, a clean diaper, things like that, thinking that they were doing something, the weird science, right? Thinking that they were doing something to make him a man or to make him responsible for himself. I don't know. Let's see what else we get. That was too much, but we did get mind control on top. So much truth in that. Okay, Elijah, do you have any other pieces to add to this story before we finish? Home. Beach and evil. So, again, I'm thinking maybe he's by some kind of water source, possibly, or just in nature. But yeah, these people are definitely evil. The people that made him, that made his home where he had to live were evil. I don't know if they started out that way or just turned that way, but they're definitely evil. There's something about them. There was too many. Okay, I think that means we might be about done here. We got the revenge card. I'm seeing if anything comes with it. And suicide. Okay, so I do feel like these evil people probably don't want to face what they've done. I'm not saying that they'll suicide themselves, but I do think that they definitely, they're not going to want to face what they've done. I think they're going to continue with their manipulation to the law enforcement as long as they can anyway. And I think the male is going to stick to his story of like, I took a nap. That's all I did. As long as he can, right? But this had to do with more than one person because remember, a friend knows something. As well as this could be a love thing, but it's definitely an inside job regarding 2 people. We got river and explosive. I feel like it's like we might be close to finding him, but I'm not sure. But maybe in nature somewhere, not like in a landfill, hopefully. I'm thinking if this was a 2-person crime, it's possible that the male did something to Elijah, went too far, possibly, with a little bit of that, discipline. And then maybe the mother came and took the body somewhere. Or took the child, the injured child possibly, somewhere. I'm hoping that we find him soon and get some answers. But yeah, this whole ordeal was basically based on like a sense of being cold-hearted towards Elijah himself. I feel like the mother has this cold-hearted stance towards Elijah. And this male Jesse Vang person was doing all kinds of weird things as the caregiver trying to discipline him. So there's just this sense of coldness. No one opening their heart to Elijah being a mere child. You know, I think that things got swept away into the evil because of all of the... I feel like they got lost in this whole situation in a weird way. They made all the wrong choices. I feel like the mother made the wrong choices based on the male's ideas of making him a man as well. All right, so continue to pray that they find Elijah Vue, hopefully very soon. If he's no longer alive, then just send him all the light and love. So for now, it is time to send Elijah Vue back to the energy from where he came. So Elijah, thank you so much for being here and for speaking through the cards and myself and for telling us your story of what really happened to you. These people were stealing your energy, and I'm so sorry this had to happen. So now, Elijah Vue, I release you to go back to the energy from where you came. And now I'm going to blow out this candle, and I will no longer be a channel for your energy to come through. Thank you. I love you.